Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome in. I'm Lynn from L&J Goods. Happy Monday to you all. We hope you are safe and cozy warm wherever you are watching from. If you're watching us live on Facebook or YouTube, thank you for being here. This is an exciting little project today. We've got a lot of announcements and a lot of things to cover today. And if you are watching on the replay, we always appreciate it if you would go ahead and share this video out, like, subscribe, do all of those social things. If you're on YouTube especially, you can go ahead and hit that hype button. We always appreciate that. That hype button, like I said, is just like blowing on a dandelion, and all those seeds get dispersed to people who may not have seen our content. And that is one way that you can help us to grow here. So we are here alone today. I'm going to be managing this whole thing myself. We'll see if I can handle it. Let me see if I can find that we are live on Facebook. It looks like we are. And over on YouTube. And let's see. I got to refresh. And there we are. We're there. You know what? Not bad, right? Oh my goodness. So we have a lot of things to cover today, and I'm going to start with, I even made myself a list, but before we get started on our little project for today, I'm going to share the new AB Studios rice paper collection with you. I have also created a supply list, which you'll find up above on Facebook in the description box and down below on YouTube in the description box. There's a link there. It's all set up. August and I, we got all the papers up and the collection made so that you can see all of these pretty papers at your leisure. So I am going to, let me get my camera going here and see if I can do this. And we are going to, there we go. We are going to look through these beautiful papers. While you're here, we would appreciate it if you just said hello and let us know where you're watching from. How far reaching is L&J Goods? I know we've got some folks from Europe and all over the place. Hello, hello. I know it's been very weathery lately, hasn't it? For most of us, especially you guys in the South. You're not used to all of this crazy weather, right? So let me find us over on Facebook. I believe we are live there as well. Thank you for joining us. I can see you are popping on. Hello, Helena. Hello, Cheryl Macedo. Well, same to you, sister. And oh, so many friends joining us. Thank you. Okay, why don't we take a look at these papers? Let me get my comments going here too and see if I can connect those comments. Oh my goodness, Arizona. Oh my goodness. It makes me want to do that alphabet states song. Sometime I'll sing that for you. Okay, let's take a quick look at these papers. I'll bring my camera down so you can get a closer look. And let's go. These are from the AB Studios collection, and we have curated a lovely batch, nice batch of papers for spring. And here we go. We have a rooster. I'm not going to name all these because I don't know the names of all of them. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, you guys. And look at this beauty. Oh my goodness. Beautiful, these. And we'll be sharing a little project today using one of these little 4-packs. But I think there's going to be something for everybody in this collection. A few beautiful backgrounds that would work with not only some of these papers, but with many other papers too. Isn't that beautiful? I just think that is so pretty. I always think of these for journaling as well. Taking a peek from work. Uh-oh, Kitty, don't get caught. Please, your job is important to you. Hello, Priscilla in Spencerport. You are a neighbor. Okay, this one is darling. Look at this. How cute is that? It's got some little birds. These little minis, I got to tell you, they work so nicely with the IOD frames molds as well. And also the vintage brooches. So they can be used for lots and lots of projects. Here we go. Again, I don't know the names of these without looking them up on the website, but some very, very pretty spring birds. I love the coral colors here as well. Happy Groundhog's Day. That's right. We've got a full 6 months more of winter, right? Hi, Tracy. Okay, now you know this is not my usual thing right here, but I did think it was kind of cute. And I was thinking of kids and how kids could, we could introduce them to simple little decoupage projects. So here are these little circus kids, and I thought this was adorable. Look at that. I mean, this could be broken up. Oh, I can imagine so many cute things being done with this paper. It's darling. It's so darling. Okay. You love the birds? Yeah, they're pretty, aren't they, Tracy? Of course, we all love our birds, especially after you get to a certain age. We love our birds. These are also beautiful, and I chose these because number one, I was thinking of the upcoming IOD release, but I was also thinking of some of the ways that we can use these, like I said, in vintage brooches, in little ornament blanks, to put on Easter eggs, and I'll be talking about Easter eggs a little bit later too. Hi, Mary Jo. Good to see you. How is it in Kansas? And here is a beautiful angel image. It's very ethereal. It's so, so pretty. So pretty. And if you think about Nina in our insider group, like I can imagine her using something like this with lots of like IOD gold transfers, the gilded transfers, right? Wouldn't that be so beautiful in a journal project? Now, this is, again, I don't know. I was just drawn to these. So this little collection right here, I don't know. I think these are really, really pretty. And I can imagine them in a pretty oval frame with some crackle medium over them, something like that, right? Isn't that, oh, good. Oh, Kitty, I'm so glad you have a good boss. I'm so glad. But these are some beautiful, like European ladies. There's a 2-pack. Here she is with kind of a teal blue background. They look like oil paintings. Here's another one. I think they're lovely. I really do. And then we have this little collection, again, thinking like pop these into the IOD cameo mold, like the little vintage brooches. I'm sorry, not cameos, but the little vintage brooches would be darling with these. And make sure you let me know which ones you are loving right here. Now we'll get into a few that are kind of specifically Easter. Let's see. We have these dressed up bunnies. They kind of remind me of like Peter Pan. You know, I don't usually like animals in clothes, but if it's not Peter Pan, oh my goodness, Peter Rabbit. If it's Peter Rabbit, I'm all in. If it's Francis the Hedgehog, I'm all in on animals being dressed up. So cute. Look at how adorable they are. Okay, here is a nice spring lamb that is done in watercolor, or it has a watercolor look, I'm sorry. And there are more. We've got a few more that we need to add. We just didn't get them on here yet. A little triplet of bunnies. Try that with Pentar cracking, fine line crackle over it. It would be lovely. But look at that pretty background. That is, I know, it's very like me, I guess, because I love these colors. This is a watercolor effect with the little duck in a teacup, but see how pretty those florals are? Makes me want to paint something like this. Okay, then just for fun, these little kitties, I think they're darling. Check these out. I mean, wouldn't they make cute little jewelry pieces too? So darling. Really, really cute. Okay, let's see. So glad to see small squares of roses. Me too, because they can be used in so many ways. Look, even on oh, like our little two-part hearts, like those could seriously be decoupaged on here and then blended in with some, a paint finish on the back and fine line crackle all around. What a beautiful little ornament. Or, the little roses on the front. And then, let's see, where did they go? The little roses on the front, and then do the clay Juliet, like do Juliet all over the back of this would be lovely. So, so pretty. All right, let's move on. And Beatrix Potter vibe, most definitely. Good afternoon, Julie. These are some pretty little backdrops, and check this out. Such delicate little florals. They remind me of like grain sack. And when I talk about or feed sack, like from when our parents were little, not me, but the old feed sacks. So cute. They used to save those feed sacks and then make dresses from them. Another very pretty background. Here's another one, and it almost has like a linen-y texture in that. Here's another with a little yellow theme. Okay, and I think that's it for those backgrounds. Yes. I thought this was delightful as well. This kind of almost has an old world vibe to it. Super pretty. Just that indigo and white print with variations of the color. Just a pastoral scene. So pretty. So pretty. Hello, Erin. Oh, you love them, Diana. Good. Hi, Nina. Nina. Oh, we just shared, and I mentioned your name because look at this, Nina. That to me belongs in one of your journals with all of your beautiful embellishments. Good morning, everybody. Okay, this is super pretty too. You can break this apart, obviously, use it in different ways. Another pretty background floral. Okay, but I think this is beautiful. Just a little pastoral scene. I love this open space because it leaves a lot of room for us to add additional layers or stenciling, stencil techniques, all kinds of things that you can do with this. That is very pretty. Oh, and here's another floral with a little stripy effect, and it's got a lot of like very subtle layering in it, but I think this is pretty too. These could be taken apart or it could just be used as a background with a lovely cameo or a big cameo type oval in the center. So that is the collection, except for these few things that we're going to use today. This is another one that has a hummingbird or a dove, I'm not sure what it is, a couple of dragonflies and a duck. And this is a polka dot background that we're going to put with it. So let's get started on this project. This is what I have. I have two almost, whoops, I guess JR didn't sand that edge for me. These are just shy of 4-inch blocks, wood blocks. And I did them in that size so that they would just fit one of these pieces right here. One of the little one-fourth section from these 4-packs. And this is a thicker one. So this was just cut from wood that we had here. This is just like from a 1x something. And this is from a 2x piece of pine. I painted them with IOD's picket fence. Now, I just want to give them a very quick sanding so that I don't have any raised grain. you know, if you're new to decoupage or new to this type of thing, that when you paint over raw wood that does not have a finish on it, it's going to raise the grain on this. Mom, if you catch this on the replay, I know you're busy right now, but I am going to paint the backs of these, I promise. And I'll just give that a quick little scuff to make sure I don't have any rough edges or raised grain. Next, we're going to, I'm just going to cut these and we'll get them on there quickly. We'll get them decoupaged on. Oh, do you love the angel? Isn't she beautiful? Yes, yes, yes. Oh, I'm going to have to watch the beginning on replay. Yes, you are, Kathy. Absolutely. And when you're on replay, don't forget, I don't know if you are YouTube or if you're Facebook. It looks like ticking. Sure does. Like vintage French ticking, right? So let's cut one of these dragonflies. And I think we'll use the duck because we just don't often get to use a duck. And I think it's really, really cute. And I'll save the rest for another project. So let me get this trimmed. Actually, I really only need to trim the two sides. And then the rest I will sand off. Let's do this. These are so cute. Look at that duck. Isn't he darling? He's so cute. You know, this is really interesting, you guys. There are ducks that dive even in that icy, cold, frozen lake. I shared a picture today on Facebook of today's lake progress, and boy, there was a big change from yesterday. But and that happens on the lake. But the ducks dive in and out of that icy water and in and out of the those ice rings and all the shifting and changing ice. It's really something to watch. Let's yeah, we'll just put the duck on here. We're going to do that. Get that going with our decoupage varnish and glue du jour is, let me get that a little bit up out of the way, is Pentart Decoupage Varnish and Glue, the matte finish. And I'm going to do this. If you've never decoupaged with rice papers, you're going to wonder where they have been all of your life because they are so easy to use. All right, that is just about a perfect fit. And I'm going to take a little bit of this and put it right over the top while that is wet. How about we do Avetta's little trick of, oh, I should have done this before I put the finish on the top, but don't tell, not Avetta, Terry. Don't tell Terry what I'm doing, okay? And I am going to get that sanded off there. Megan is off to Germany. Yes, she is. She is on her way with David, and they are off to Germany to meet up with Pentart at probably one of Europe's biggest, wholesale craft events. Oh, how I wish I was going. Oh, how I wish I was going. Oh my goodness. I am so envious. I just can't even deal with it. But you know what? She's going to have a great time. And we're going to FaceTime each other so that I get to see what's going on there and maybe tell her, oh, get that. And make sure you get that. So if anybody has any wish lists on European crafting products, make sure you let us know. Mention that in the comments. Okay, so there we have this guy done. Let's go ahead and do this one with the dragonfly. And then we'll move on. There we go. And let's get this one kind of centered up. I think that would be the best thing. It's got little music notes in the background. Isn't that pretty? I'm kind of trying to line this up with the musical score that is there. So I got it nice and straight. And then we will do this. And I'm just going to pop this aside to dry because we're going to continue to work on this piece right here. I'll put that aside. We'll get this decoupage and then we'll move on to some other little announcements. How about that? Any other questions? Hello from Florida. Oh my goodness, I saw that there was snow in Florida. Snow in, I don't know how far, probably more northern Florida, and 12 inches of snow in North Carolina. That is wild. That is so crazy. Okay. Hello, Delray. Hello. And there's Kitty, and there's Carol Beals, Kathy. Oh my goodness. Yes. Okay. Isn't that cute? It's so cute. Okay. Now we're going to take this paper, and we're going to, I'm going to trim this top edge just to make it a little easier. Or is it? I don't know. Depends on how shaky my hands are. But let's trim this little polka dot piece. And I'm going to trim this off the bottom. And then we'll go from there. Alrighty. Now, I think I'm going to go ahead and make a crease here. And I'm going to turn this, line up my edges here so I can make a nice square. Make sure that it's even all the way across. And let's go ahead and cut this. I'm actually only going to cut so far. Oh, look at me with my measuring tools. That's from learning from JR in the, okay, 3 3 3/4 plus a 1/16. 3 3/4 plus a 1/16. Let's get a pencil. That would help. And 3 3/4. JR, what is it? 3 3/4 plus a 1/16. I haven't gotten it all figured out. I used to be really, really good at converting fractions.
3 13/16.
3 13/16, you guys. So I'll just line that up again. And because I don't want to waste any big pieces like this. If I can, I want to try to do this and this. I'm gonna decoupage each side individually. And I don't have enough there, but I'm gonna go up here. And once again, I'm gonna just fold. If I have a little bit of leftover, that's okay. And I'm going to line up my edges so that it's going to be nice and squared off. And let me go ahead now and do this. All right. And do this. But there, see, I've saved like a big bulk of this, which is good. And let's do this. Beautiful. Now, we had a foot of snow in Winterville. Oh, in the town of Winterville. Isn't that appropriate? That's fun. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh. Hi everyone. Hello, hello. Spring Water, Ontario. Okay, so I have my 4 pieces. Here we go. I should have. Did my other one go flying? Yep, it did. Okay, let's decoupage the sides of this. I have got a surprise element coming up with these pieces, or this particular chunky one. Let's get that on there. I am going to have to sand off that edge right there. Don't tell Terry. We want to make sure that's all completely covered. We're going to go over here. Let's get a little more. Hello, hello, hello. I can't see who just said hello there. Somebody said, hello, Lynn. Rosalie. Hello, Rosalie. Good to see you. And we'll get some decoupage varnish and glue on here. Beautiful. So we've got, as you all know, if you follow all things IOD, we have an IOD release coming on Thursday. Now, typically it's not on Thursday, but I'll be joining you Thursday. And then on Wednesday, I'll be doing a Get Ready With Me for the IOD collection. I talked about this in our last live. And it's fun. It's kind of a fun thing. I prep different pieces for the collection, and then we kind of continue to work on them the day after our deep dive into the collection. And it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. And I'm excited. I'm excited. This collection came, or this IOD release came up rather quickly, didn't it? It's like it was announced and then it wasn't. Oh, you know, one of the things that happens every now and then, you'll get a fiber in here with the rice papers that you might have to adjust or work around a little bit. Okay, so we're going to go here and do this one. Let's see. Boy, we are on quite a delay there. I just have to keep refreshing. Okay, Rose. Another Rose. Rose Roach Rosser. 12 degrees in Hempstead, New. Oh my gosh, you guys. Hey, Amy, how are you? So good to see you. So I promise you, this is just the sweetest little project that we're doing here, and something that's really good for beginners. I think it's just such a sweet little project, and you will see how this is going to come together shortly. You know why? It's because I've been using tools and things with JR. I've been learning how to use tools, which has been fun. Okay, let's get a coat over that. And then the last one is going to be right here. Last side. I love putting a polka. I like a polka dot with anything, actually. And we're going to do that. Whoops. Right there. Nope. I guess I did not measure accurately because I'm about a 32nd of an inch off on these. Let's do that. And then get that all sealed in place, including that edge that I just lifted. And then we're going to pop this aside. Isn't that darling? That is so stinking cute. So cute. Okay, I'm going to pop that aside to dry along with my other one, which is almost dry. And then we are going to go on to my next order of business. Now, there was a discussion in the insider group today regarding milk paint, IOD inlays in milk paint. So what I want to show you is, let's see. Today I experimented a little bit with milk paint since I have had the milk paint out and doing some projects. So I am going to show you my experiment. It is right here. This is an IOD inlay in milk paint. Isn't that great? It's so good, you guys. Whoops, I gotta get in front of the camera. And yeah, it's the first time I've ever done it. And lo and behold, it worked.
That's cool.
And it still has that chippy effect on there. So you can bet that I'm going to be doing a longer tutorial to share this. I think it's so cool. I love it. And then I sealed it in place with something new to me. Megan asked me to try it. This varnish mist from Pentart. I just misted right over the top of it. You know how we have to make sure that our inlays are sealed in place because they're water activated? All I did was spritz this over it. It made a beautiful fine mist over it, and everything was sealed in place. So there it is. That's the milk paint finish. I have a reel that I'm sharing, and I'm going to do a little deeper dive, maybe with one of the new IOD inlays coming up. So let me check that off my list. We talked about the collection of rice papers. Get ready with me. And the milk paint. All right, so let's see. Okay, let's see what we got. Awesome to know that milk paint will work. Yeah, because we love milk paint too. We do. You can get so many good textures and some really cool finishes. We're going to continue to let those dry, and I will share. Oops, nope, I don't want that one. I want this one. This one with, here I go. Let me see. Okay, this is already selected, so I just need to do A, B, yeah. All right, guys, let me, A and B. There we go. There we go. I'm almost there, you guys. Almost there. Okay, so I am going to, I need to paint these wooden beads. These beads are about 1 inch, maybe 1 and an eighth, 1 and 3/16 wood beads. Okay. Hi, Tommy. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and I bet you will be able to guess. Try to guess what I'm going to be doing with these wood beads. I have one that's lost. Where did it go? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there it is. Okay. 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 So we're going to do these. And we're going to mix up a little bit of Pentart Pigment Fix and some rose gold art mica powder. Brand new jar of Pigment Fix. Okay, and we got a little art mica. And I think I'm going to mix this in a dish. These Pigment Fix with any of the art mica powders or metal pigment powders are so great to use. I probably don't need that much. to create any kind of metallic paint. They're beautiful. And you all know, I love these so much. I love the metal pigments. My favorite gold paint, right? My favorite gold paint. Okay, has anybody had any questions over there? They announced it for Thursday. Yes, the IOD release is it's almost time. So exciting. Yes, that's on Thursday. And let's get some of this pigment in here. I decided on rose gold. I thought that would be a pretty option with these papers. When you use the champagne mica powder, oh, have you used it in a while? I'm still in awe the first time you showed us. That champagne is gorgeous, isn't it? The champagne mica powder is incredible. I almost pulled it out for another project that I'm doing this morning. I had it in my hands. So then I had to stop myself, Nina, because I have like, I look there, it's like, okay, that's a project with a video, that's a live that I'm sharing, that's a project with a video, that's a live that's upcoming. I have all these piles of projects everywhere. But my decorator bells, whoops, fun products. I put my decorator balls in a baggie with the paint and rub around until it's covered. So good. You're guessing I'm going to do the same? Guess you'll have to wait and see. I just want to get this to the right consistency. I really, really poured. I mixed a lot of it. I always mix too much, you guys. Then I'm searching around for something to add it to, and lo and behold, I do have a heart here that I could add it to. Think that's good. You'll notice too that with some of the metal pigments or pigment powders, what color is this, Belinda? This is rose gold, I believe. No, it's just rose. I wanted rose gold. Well, you know what I'm going to do? There is a rose gold, but why not just mix some of this gold into it and see what happens? Let's see. But some of the pigments, just because of the different elements that are in them, take a little bit longer to mix. Let's see. It's fun. Yeah, I think we can. It's just fun to try just trying something new. I've really been feeling that a lot lately. Let's mix, 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 and there it is. There's a beautiful rose gold. I like that. Okay, the gold metal pigment seems to be rising to the top a little bit and separating, but I can mix that, and I'll make sure that when I brush it on, I'll be able to mix, there it is, with my brush as I paint these little beads. But all pigments, you know, they're natural pigments, so they all react a little bit differently. Oh, I'm out of breath. I'm late. Carolyn, oh no, what did I miss? You missed a lot, Carolyn. What were you doing? There it is. Okay, let's grab these little guys. And I'm going to grab a paintbrush to kind of stick in their ends here. And I will get another paintbrush to paint with. And that does make a pretty rose gold. So again, there's already one pre-mixed, but if you don't have it and you happen to have these two colors, You could make your own rose gold. Okay, look at how pretty. It's almost a little coppery, isn't it? Almost a little coppery. That's pretty. But I think, is that going to work? Yeah, I think it is. And if it doesn't, I'll just paint something else over it. Okay, let me pop that off of there. Do another one. Ooh, so pretty. Anybody guess what these are going to be? It is a pretty color. It's so pretty, isn't it? Golly, I think it's so neat that we can use it straight out of the jar, or we can create our own custom colors. It's really fun. And if you don't get the exact color you want, you just do it again. Mix a little more of this, mix a little bit more of that, whatever you got to do. It's funny because in a way it looks a little coppery, but then I look at it in a different angle and it's very much a rose gold. Here we go. So you guys, I am going to be away after the IOD release. I'm going away for a few days. And I am busy preparing some tutorials and video tutorials that will be on YouTube for you to watch while I'm gone. Some of it is going to be using the new IOD release, which I'm excited about. And then you'll also want to make sure that you check in with IOD on YouTube because they will be sharing some projects that we did specifically for this release, and you'll be able to watch those live, or not live, but watch them over on the IOD channel. Okay. I wish I was going to Germany. I wish. Megan was at the airport. She had to, I think she was boarding at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So I'm sure that she will catch this on the replay. Yeah, I'm sure, right? A tassel? Well, that's an interesting thought. Hello from Tallahassee. Hello. Really depends on the lighting. I think you're right, Diane. Absolutely. Depends on the lighting. And then, of course, you know, we've got like all these studio lights here, which can change things up. But I'm going to go with it. I think it's kind of a pretty effect. I just thought instead of my regular favorite gold paint that I would just mix it up a little bit. And I literally did mix it up a little bit. It's a great way to paint these beads. Just stick them on the end of a paintbrush and then pop them off. There we go. And this dries really super quick as well. I have one more thing to paint, but I do want to wipe off this paintbrush if I can, because it does dry very quickly. Yeah, I don't know, like all my paintbrushes look like that, so no biggie. No big whoop. Oh my gosh, wasn't that heartbreaking news to hear about Catherine O'Hara? Oh my gosh. I'm a huge SCTV fan from way back in my college days. Loved SCTV out of Toronto and that original cast with Andrea Martin and just Rick Moranis, John Candy. Oh my gosh, what an incredible group of comedians. And I just was heartbroken that she had passed. Loved her characters. My favorite character of hers was Lola Heatherton. Tell me if you know who Lola Heatherton was. Oh my goodness. Congratulations, Annie. Annie, what is going on? My brother has been approved as a judge by the governor, and I'm there to see his investiture ceremony. That is awesome. Congratulations to your brother. That's really exciting. Okay, so we've got nice clean edges here. Now I'm going to paint the outside edge of this. Oh my gosh, look at that. It's almost like a hologram. Isn't that pretty? So pretty with that paper. And then we're going to do this. You know I love to drag my brush right along the edge, like so, just to create a little tiny bit of just a little tiny bit of an edge there, like soldering. So cute. I love that little tiny edge. It's so darling. Now I may end up painting the bottom of this with this same color since I've got so much of it, you know? And that would make my mom happy too. You can see what I'm doing here. So I have some of this in my brush, and then I just kind of drag it over the edge, and it creates almost like a little random. It just reminds me of soldering. That's what it reminds me of. And I think it just makes a really pretty little edge. Okay, so we'll let that dry. And let's do the same thing over here, just to kind of finish off. I hope I can. I hope I'm good enough here to do this. There we go. Okay, what do we have? Oh, if you haven't seen Catherine in Schitt's Creek, you're missing out. Oh my gosh. I know, of course. And all of the, Waiting for Guffman, I'm a huge fan of those, those comedy, what do they call them when it's a comedy documentary? A mockumentary. Waiting for Guffman, Best in Show. She's stellar, just stellar. All right, we are just about to the edge of this. And then I always get one big glob. Ugh. Then I feel like, oh, I got to even it out across. But that happens. That happens. Let me get a little bit more on this side so it looks like I meant for all of it to be this way. There we go. It is kind of pretty on there, isn't it? Can you see it? I could go down these sides here. I don't know if I'm going to do that. I might do that. Actually, it would look good, wouldn't it? But I think I'll save that and do it later. All right, let me try to get this dry. And then we're going to move on to see what I do with those little balls. Let me look at some new comments. Oh, hi, Mary Casey. I know. Yeah, very sad. And you know what, Cheryl? She had such classic beauty. I believe that too. Deborah, I loved her as well. Hello, Helena. Hello. Yeah, hi, Tana. How are you today? Tana, I've got to reach out to you about something. Hopefully I'll remember. You just reminded me. That is dry. Look, I got a little bit of a smudge there. I could come back in with another piece of decoupage paper and fix that up. I don't know if I'm going to. Let me make sure this guy is dry. This paint is a little bit thicker here, but yes, it's dry enough. Okay, let me get that edge sanded off with my, you guys, where did I put it? Oh, there it is. Okay. Cute, 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 cute. Not cute, but it's okay. It'll be fine. It's gonna be just fine. Just fine. Right? Yeah. You know what? Maybe I better go ahead and paint the bottom of this while my brush is still wet, and while I've got this pigment fix, I'll at least get a coat on there, so it's officially finished on the bottom. All right, beautiful. Let's let that dry a bit more. And I still have more. Look at that, you guys. I still have more. Might be enough for a second coat. That'll really make my mom happy. Okay. But that's what I'm going to do for now. All right, now. Oh, I remember I was going to add some of that to the edges here. I will do that. I might be able to make it till the end. Let's see. When I look at little balls to buy online, yeah, I don't know which what? I missed your comment. Yeah, I can't go back. You can Google a size chart to help you figure out sizes to order. Okay, got it. All right. Okay, I can't keep up with all those comments, you guys. Okie dokie. Okay, now I got my glue gun going. I got my little balls drying. Let's take 4 of them. Let's flip this over. No, I haven't painted it yet, but I will. Let's put a little dab of glue here. Let's plant one of these little balls here. Let's plant one of these little balls here. Make sure I'm lined up. Now you know what they are, you guys. Now you know. So when you want to have yourself a proper cup of coffee or hot cocoa or tea or whatever you happen to drink for your cozy drink, why not create a little elevated riser just for yourself or for a little gift that you can pop your coffee on the top? Isn't this darling? I will finish this off. I'm going to use some Funkature Rock Hard. Then what I would do with this, tell you what I would do. I'd mix up some epoxy resin, and then I would resin right over the top of this, the clear resin. And that would give me a nice seal on the top of that so that I could put my cup down. But let's at least get this on here. Oh. Oh my gosh, how cute. Did any of you guess that this was what it was going to be? How sweet is this? Let me finish this off. Oh my gosh, could not be more adorable. Look at that duck on there. Isn't that the cutest thing ever? Let me put that aside and let's go ahead and glue up this one. So, and it's just using what scraps you have. And if you can possibly cut a simple, a simple square, then yeah, you can. But let me know. You can go ahead and message me if this is something you're interested in, like the little squares with the little beads to create a riser. I might be able to get JR to make some. We'll see. Get those right to the corner. Right to the corner. Oh, just a cute, I can't even stand it. It's so darling. So darling. And we'll just get this glossed over. How sweet is that? There you go. That's what we're doing. That's what we did today. I love it. I'm going to show you just a few more things before we get out of here. Maybe make sure I check off my list. I've got a YouTube video coming up with Royce, not with Royce, with Royce's Papers. And I have a YouTube that's an edited video where I'm sharing some projects. And I'm also, let's see, I'm putting together a video for the IOD, like after the release, using a transfer in many different ways. And I also have, this is an upcoming tutorial that I'll be sharing with you guys using a decoupage paper, milk paint, and creating this beautiful piece right here. This is actually using, August, is that you? In our, where our MDF pieces are hanging? Could you bring me one of these sets so I can show it? Thank you. This is using our MDF. Remember that I used to be able to get these made out of wood, and they're two pieces. The arched piece is two pieces, and then my supplier could not do them anymore, just couldn't. So we did find someone else to make them, and they come like this. But I love the fact that they're you can take these apart, so you can easily decoupage here and then lay this on top. So easy. And I may have some ovals coming too. Not sure. We've been working on it. So I think that is the last thing. Oh, and then I wonder who would be interested. Raise your hands. Tell me if you'd be interested in maybe a little project kit that would look like this, and we would do a video tutorial, a private video tutorial for a project kit with the wooden egg and the candle stand and some other fun elements. What do you think? Let me know if that's something you would be interested in as well. So I think that's it. We covered a lot of stuff today, and let me do, no, I don't want to do that. Preview would be this, and then live. Okay, so yeah, let me know if you're interested. All right, just message me, or yeah, do those things. Probably messaging would be the easiest, but yeah, and I'd love to know what you think of these sweet little risers, and if you think that you would make one of these. I think they're darling. So that's it for today. Thank you for hanging out with us today. We really appreciate you, and look forward to seeing you on Wednesday when I will be getting ready for the IOD release, spring release. Okay, so we'll see you on Wednesday. Take care, you guys.